power of boundaries is something most people notice only when their life becomes too heavy, too noisy, or too crowded with people who take more than they give. And what's interesting is that boundaries aren't something we're taught growing up. We are taught to be polite, helpful, responsive, available. We are taught that good people say yes, that good friends sacrifice, that good partners give endlessly. But no one explains the other side, that without boundaries, even the kindest heart becomes empty. Even the strongest person collapses. Even the most generous soul turns into someone constantly drained and quietly resentful. And that's why today I want to talk about the truth that sounds simple, but changes everything once you finally accept it. Not everyone deserves access to you. Not everyone deserves your time, your energy, your emotional openness, or your presence. And the moment you begin to filter who gets close and how close, your life becomes lighter, calmer, clearer. I remember once talking to a friend who told me something that stuck in my mind. He said, "I realized I was tired not because life was hard, but because I was letting the wrong people stand too close." And I think that's the essence of it. Most of the emotional pain we experience doesn't come from strangers. It comes from people we allow into our inner space. People who have too much access to our thoughts, our moods, our decisions. When you give free entry to everyone, you can't be surprised when your inner world becomes chaotic. I once knew a guy, let's call him Daniel, who had a friend that contacted him only when he needed something. Help with errands, help with advice, help with a move, help with emotional support. But the interesting part is that this friend never reached out simply to ask, "How are you?" One day, Daniel decided to test something. He stopped messaging first, and he waited. 6 days passed, nothing. Day 7 came, and guess what? The first message he received was another request. "Hey man, can you help me real quick?" That was the day Daniel realized that not everyone who stays in your life is there for you. Some stay only for the access. And he told me something wise. It's not people who drain you, it's your inability to say no to them. And that's why boundaries matter. They aren't about cutting people out or becoming cold. They're about choosing who gets what part of your energy. People think boundaries are walls, but they're not. Boundaries are doors, and you are the one who holds the key. You decide who enters, how long they stay, and how deeply they're allowed to step into your inner world. Many people misunderstand boundaries because they think they need to explain them, but you don't owe anyone justification for protecting your peace. You don't owe explanations for saying you're not available, or you're tired, or you simply don't want to participate in something. One of the simplest life hacks I ever learned is to use clear, short sentences. "I can't do that right now. That doesn't work for me. I'm not available for this." People who care about you will understand immediately. People who used you will get offended, and that reaction is the information you needed. I remember another story about a girl, Mia. She was the kind of person everyone vented to. Everyone relied on her because she always listened, always helped, always absorbed everybody's emotional weight. And she thought that this made her a good friend. But the truth is, Mia was afraid. She feared that if she stopped giving so much, people would stop needing her, and in her mind, that meant they would stop caring. One day she burnt out so badly she couldn't even pretend to be okay. She told me, "I realized I was holding relationships together by overperforming." And the painful truth was this: the moment she stopped giving so much, some people drifted away. But that wasn't a loss. That was clarity. Those people were never there for her. They were there for her emotional labor. And she told me something powerful. The people who leave when you stop giving were never yours to begin with. From my own experience, one of the most helpful tools is what I call the 3 circles of access. I imagine my life as 3 layers. The inner circle is for people who truly know me, support me, love me, respect me. They get the most access. The second circle is for acquaintances, coworkers, people I like but don't fully trust. They get limited access. The third circle is for everyone else, distant, minimal, controlled. The mistake many people make is letting almost everyone into the inner circle. No wonder emotional exhaustion becomes normal. Not everyone deserves to be close to your heart. Not everyone should know your fears, your plans, your dreams. Some people aren't safe for your vulnerability, and boundaries protect that. A lot of people ask, why do others get angry when I finally set boundaries? The answer is simple: because they benefited from you having none. Your no disrupts their convenience. Your distance exposes their dependence. Your limits reveal their intentions. But here's something important. Their reaction doesn't mean your boundary is wrong. It means your boundary is working. If someone respects you, they will respect your limits. If someone reacts with guilt trips, manipulation, or anger, that's a sign they were using your lack of boundaries to their advantage. Why do we struggle to set boundaries? Not because we don't understand how, but because we're afraid. Afraid of disappointing. Afraid of losing people. afraid of seeming selfish. But I've learned this. People who truly care about you won't disappear because you said no. They won't get angry because you protected your peace. The ones who disappear were never emotionally connected to you. They were connected to your usefulness. One man once told me that the most liberating day of his life was the day he stopped explaining himself. He said, "I realized I don't need permission to protect my peace." He told me it felt like he could finally breathe after years of suffocating under expectations and obligations. And I think that is the essence of inner freedom. Not doing whatever you want, but creating a life where you no longer betray yourself to keep others comfortable. The truth is, inner freedom begins the moment you decide that your emotional energy is valuable. When you stop giving it to everyone. When you choose who gets access. When you choose what you tolerate. When you choose yourself. Because your heart is sacred. Your mind is precious. Your time is limited. Your energy is gold. And not everyone has earned the right to receive it. That is the power of boundaries. That is the path to inner freedom. And that is how you take your life back.